Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just one tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Let's get it. Yo, nakwanga kwenye zone. You should watch your tone. My niggas wanakwanga on. Uspime nandikanga kwa phone. Hii ni radiation unasikiza ndani ya bars. Uspime they know that I'm the Don. Teacher on duty, Nikki pull up na viboko skinge. I keep it real kwa kila nacho kifanya. Plus I'm the sickest in the game. Uspinge roll over old dogs, new tricks. Politicians still using old tricks. Mindo connect to link, take pics. Anytime ukiwa and shit to die fix. Baba yao in the mix na wanajua wanafaa warudi keja by 6. Tafadhali usini jinx. Wananitakia mema aone show kila siku kwa streets.
Tunaigapi on the low, no jokes. Tunaigapi on the front, don't stop. Tunaigapi everywhere. Presence of the streets we spreading through the air. Still living fresh and living righteous. Redeem and redeem after. Passing these joints like it never felt my point. I'm on a hot joint. Heavy on this cliff, I call it a hot point. Let's get it.
Bele church, nyuma nyang'ande. Ni hard kusurvive hizi pande. Ni kama hatupatani ya fande. Umewai yako, wana unihande. Nilikuwa na mcall, daily ya nipande. Maarifa kamchacha anigande. Ati sana ipei uliza tande. Low quality tabidi nipande.
Yes, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing and welcome to another episode of the Pan-African Blues Show. My name is Joby. To the first time returning listeners, we are on YouTube, we are on BitChute, and of course on the network. We are in Africa, baby. So in case you're listening all the way from whatever African country or in the African continent, if you have an Android TV, kindly ensure you download our app. Black Hot Fire Network is the name, and of course right now you can be able to watch us, yes, on your TV. Apart from just listening to us on the radio segment, you can be able to watch us on the TV. So ensure you have our application, and of course after also checking the app, rather watching us on the TV, after the end of the show you can get yourself some amazing merchandise. We have some amazing hoodies, t-shirts, beanies, hats, short glasses, handbags for your side chicks, for your wife, whatever you'd like, and of course some amazing organic supplements and the like of Moringa Pure. We have amazing skincare products, aloe cucumber soap, we have shea butter. But for now, get yourself some brain and focus formula as we get started with today's conversation.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
So in case you have any questions, you can email us at kcnews15@gmail.com. Once again, karibuni. My name is Joby. Hit that like button, follow us if it is your first time, and hope you get to enjoy the show. Feel free to also, of course, leave your comments if you shall be catching this on a replay. Karibu sana, Keith.
Asante sana, Joby. Have you heard about what's going on in South Africa? Like I told these morons.
Not yet. There's a lot going on in South Africa every day.
South
I've
Africa
seen the
trying to
video you
find out
sent
that
me on
they're,
TikTok.
they're trying they're trying to steal South Africa, the western part. Of course, the Jays, the Ukrainians, all the other white people trying to come in and say they want a new country in that part of South Africa, still the land. But we
Wow.
told you South African morons,
Mm-hmm.
you hate
That
your African people. Now they're coming for your land again. You're going through this again. Go ahead, Joe. I want to take a look. I don't know
that's
what you're talking
crazy.
about. Go ahead.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get into that because we're gonna be talking about South Africa. Yes, I've seen the video you sent me on TikTok, and yeah, I was saying I love the lady was complaining there, but I was so much listening to her accent. I was like, yeah, this South African accent. But she was like, "You Jews are killing the Palestinians. You wanna come here?" Da, da, da. No, that. So yeah, we'll talk about it towards the end of the show. But as we talk about organic supplements, something organic, of course, about Africa is its fertile soil, how fertile it is, and how we've not really taken advantage of it to the point of where we have been for so long, of course, exporting importing food, literally exporting what is ours, which we don't even benefit from. Let's talk about that. And also importing what doesn't benefit us in terms of health, because we know and see most of the foods being thrown
GMO.
into it's waste. Actually, they're giving us like it's like you take this trash
That's
because
right.
that's what you deserve. You need to be eating trash,
Right.
because countries are not developed. You think this is something good for your health, so just take it. And of course, you come from poverty. Majority of you, we've ensured you're in poverty. So if you eat Indomie, it's like you feel like you're living on a luxury life, literally. I grew up with that. Literally, eating Indomie for me, it was like a big deal. And at the same time, I remember it became a problem. Because of living with my stepmom and my dad, and of course the siblings. I remember in high school, or rather most of the times, when food is cooked and you don't like and you have some amount of yours you've saved, I can eat food of my choice, right? It's the same way you said growing up your mom used to force you eating liver and you didn't like liver.
We
But
never ate that. We never exactly tried to force. We never ate it. But nah,
mhm,
throw that shit in the trash. Get out of it.
yeah, so for me also we've grown up with the same. We had a choice of eating whatever you like, so long as it's you're not gonna tell your dad to provide, of course, food twice. Them, especially in Africa, like so you take your money, go buy what you want, and eat that. So most of the times at lunchtime, my dad was never, of course, at home, so he used to leave money for us to be cooked lunch for. But what my stepmom is gonna do is save actually half of this money, then give you guys like half a dollar, go get what you want. And of course, my choice of food most of the times it was Indomie because it was easy to cook and it was just nice. And being a teenager
What?
as well, so
What is it?
I'll buy Indomie and eggs.
What's in
So
Domi?
Indomie noodles, oh
Oh,
noodles.
noodles. Oh, noodles. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
instant noodles.
Okay. Okay. It was a brand name. Okay. So
Yeah,
okay,
that's
noodles.
yeah, so noodles
I thought
instant.
you didn't like noodles.
Well, in high school I did, but not also I
Okay.
think I don't like them anymore because also
Okay.
discovering what they are. I mean, I eat them
Oh
once.
yeah, they're terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, we eat them once a while. It's part of our shopping, but in the studio, but
Okay.
I'm not fan. So
Okay.
it's become a problem in our house, That's what I'm saying. Africa, we've been living in poverty to the point when you're eating something that is trash, you think it's luxurious, to the point it becomes an issue. Because my stepmom started telling me, you'll no longer be eating Indomie in this house because every time you eat Indomie, you can't share with your siblings and yet they want it. And I'm like, excuse me,
Okay.
you've been, you've been
How do you share a bowl of noodles, Joe?
exactly, and you've been given money for lunch, you buy them noodles. Like this is
You,
you've been given, you'd prefer saving them money to go give to your church
go
people,
to your
but
church and shit.
you don't want me to eat
But
noodles
you,
with eggs.
yeah. But you won't give
Like
your kids noodles. You want me to give my noodles. You won't give your money some goopy ass pasta. Get your ass out of here.
it really became a problem. So I even stopped cooking
Wow,
noodles and
that's crazy.
eggs, like because I loved eating noodles and eggs. If you're gonna cook this, you better sure you're gonna share. If you're not gonna share, don't cook this in this house. I'm like, okay,
How do you share it when it's only enough for one person? I'm like,
yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. Hell, you got like 8 siblings. Some shit.
Yeah. You can imagine all of them. And they're looking at you. It's crazy, man. But
Girl, this is crazy, boy.
we really lost value in so much, like when it comes especially to our food. We don't know what is good anymore, to the point such kind of things now excite us. That's why you see kids being kidnapped with sweets and popcorn, sure to settle, and a lot of things, you given candy, you're gonna follow a Chinese man, not knowing where they're gonna take you, because your father is not
Yeah.
used to coming back with the bread. Most of the they're going to look for the bread, and they end up in the moonshine drinking. So they come back empty with kills and all. Your life is kills. Even eating meat is just something like a big deal. Um, we're talking about Africa producing 70% of the world's cocoa. Of course, we know this, especially from Ghana, and a
Ghana,
lot of
Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria,
mhm,
Benin.
Kenya too. It does, but
Kenya.
it earns only 5% uh of the 130 billion global chocolate market. Of course, we've spoken about this a couple of times, but
Uh,
it is
like
something
you
to be.
said, well, you don't make the chocolate. You send out the cocoa to the Europeans. They have the job. They take your cocoa and they want to make it into chocolate. You don't.
Sadly, there's child enslavement, there's poor payment when it comes to harvest of this cocoa, because we've seen, of
Of
course,
course.
it's our people who suffer the most. You're doing so much labor, but end up being paid only
Nothing.
$2, or not
Two
even
dollars.
good.
$2 with $1 billion. Without the cocoa, there's no chocolate. So you get $2. So yeah, Africans always get exploited because of their. I can say because you're stupid. You're weak and you're dumb. It couldn't be no chocolate without the cocoa bean. So why you only get paid $2? You got to explain that to yourself. Why are you getting paid $2 and the chocolate business is $1 billion a year business?
Exactly. So they're talking about Africa produces nearly 70% of the world's cocoa, with
There
Ghana
you
and
go.
Congo leading the way. Cocoa is the lifeblood of the global chocolate industry, and
Of
the
course.
very beans, like we saw Mr. Beast who came to Ghana, remember, and he went and started his own chocolate company
The
and all that.
chocolate company. Exactly. With the chocolate company. Yeah.
Hmm.
I was a white man. Come to Africa, start a chocolate company. And he don't got no cocoa. But you got it. And you ain't got nothing. And you making $2. There's something wrong with the African mind.
Yeah,
Something wrong with you.
the mindset is gone. I was watching a video yesterday and I love the way people are reacting on the comments. Zungu's phone got stolen in the streets of town, right? And I think these people always walk with bikes and cameras on. So it happened, the video went viral. So the thief stole the phone from the Mzungu, and everyone was going after the Mzungu. Something you wouldn't see if it was me or Kamlesh or anyone else. If the phone gets stolen from you, everyone is gonna be looking at you actually with just, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, where did he go? But Zungu, they literally ensured they caught that thief and beat him up. And someone said, this one is embarrassing us. And that's why you listen to the African mindset. You're like, what do you mean is embarrassing you? To who? To a white man? Just because,
Okay.
just like you, there's a man who's trying to survive. Literally, why is this theft?
Why is
Because
his why is his better than yours? Because your
exactly,
mindset with your goofy religion, you see white people better than you. They taught you that they're better than you, and you believe it. And so you're still indoctrinated with nonsense.
this one is shaming us. Oh my God, that was such a bad comment. Like and they ensured they beat him. Even someone was like, kill him, ensure you beat him and kill him. Like, if it was African,
Wow.
you wouldn't do the same. You wouldn't have
You
run
would
that
you
to
would
help.
you would you would even went after his ass.
Mhm.
That was,
It's so crazy. But they're saying cocoa is the lifeblood of the global chocolate industry, and the very beans that ends up
I guess
in your
I guess it would be without cocoa you got no chocolate.
mm-hmm. Stand up in your sneakers. We have the Kit Kats and or the Lindits truffles, and mostly start their journey in African soil. Yet here's the paradox: while the global chocolate market is valued at 130 billion a year, Africa earns just 5% of that pie. And the reason is Africa
All
exports raw
all
cocoa
the
beans.
cocoa all the cocoa comes out of Africa, and you
Mhm.
only get 5%. You're talking about the African mind. They treat you like a moron, you act like a moron, and you get impoverished like a moron. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
While the real profits are made further up the value chain
Exactly.
in Europe and North America, where beans are processed,
And
branded,
refined.
packaged, and sold as chocolates. This structure leaves cocoa farmers in Africa struggling on the edge of poverty, and many living on less than $1 a day, even though their labor powers on the world's most lucrative industries. And meanwhile, multinational chocolate giants
Oh, it's
live
everywhere.
profits.
Before the joke, that's everywhere. That's with the gold shit in Africa. That's with the copper. That's with the cobalt, coltan. Africans digging in the mines. You get $1. All the money's made up at top. There's
True.
something wrong with the African mind.
It's
You,
in everything.
yeah, that's your thing. The gold comes from you, but Joey said you give somebody $2 for some damn gold. That's every little bitty small gram is worth $3,500. I give you $1 for some moonshine. What the fuck is wrong with your mind? Go ahead, Joe.
It's crazy. They're saying the paradox is clear. Africa is rich in
Right, the
resource but
paradox.
poor in
Yep.
returns. Until Africa National breaks into the higher stages of processing and branding.
I'm glad they said that what I said, the paradox. I call it a paradox. How can you live on the richest continent on the planet and y'all everybody be poor? There's a paradox here. You don't know you live on the richest continent on the planet, but you're impoverished. What is going on? Go ahead. I'm
Mhm.
getting mad.
Until African nations break into the higher stages of processing and branding,
Yep.
they'll keep feeding a market.
Manufacturing.
They'll keep feeding a market worth billions, but only tasting the crumbs, as always, So it's crazy. So that is up to us again. The mentality has to change completely. We have to start doing research on what has been long, because there's no way our
That
prayers are not moving anymore. Like, we need to question again the mindset of just questioning, critical thinking. It makes
That's
me
what
say,
I said. What Joby
yeah.
said. That's what I said about shout out to Airtime and her conversation had the guy check. I was listening to a conversation Airtime had with Capri and John on Monday. It completely disturbed. I was like, wow. If,
Mm-hmm.
if any European listen to this, said these are still morons. We're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to conquer them, and they're dumb as hell.
So critical
So,
thinking, questioning, as that is something that has completely been lost among us Africans. We're too comfortable with what we've been given. And sadly, religion and all the weaponization, all the weapons that are being used to keep us locked mentally have worked, and they're still working. And sadly, that's why we're too comfortable
yeah,
with everything.
yeah,
And
yeah, they're
religion
still
brings
working. But shout out to sorry, I'm gonna keep interrupting. Shout out to Airtime because that she didn't put that show on YouTube. I had to go back and find it because Capri was asking me to go look at it. I said, "Where the hell is it at?" I had to go to the Rumble and the BitChute channel to find it. And whatever they taught him, he came back the next day and understood about Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos because he was, he wanted a penis in his mouth on Monday. On Tuesday, he came back and said eugenics, how they steal your resources. Africans are not supposed to be poor. I said, oh, he did some real research. But I was listening to that shit on Rumble. I was like, wow, it's crazy. But
Mhm.
yeah, Joby, go ahead.
That to him. But yes, I'm saying that we've been too comfortable with the situations we've been given, and that's why you see most of the Africans are destroyed, even when you try to educate them a little bit, like you said earlier, because I was listening. The guy is educatable. When he went and did his research, and came and corrected whatever he had said the previous day. But there are
Oh,
Africans.
you already heard that show. Okay, I didn't know because they did. They said the Mevo camera was acting up, so they didn't have it on YouTube. She just put it on Rumble and BitChute. So I
Yeah.
was listening to it yesterday. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. So, of course, and also the level of comfortability is this. So, this is in Kenya. What we're talking about, people are scrambling billions, pocketing billions, as we keep on living in this comfortability of poverty. This is the new a new hospital built, and of course through the new healthcare system, which is called SHA. And this is a record which shows the newly registered Tumticha Medical Center, which received 1.5 million. This is in April, and much more than sub-county hospital in the area. And this is the type of hospital we have. Do you guys see my screen? Like, this is a hospital, okay? This is a hospital.
That
The
shit
state
crazy. Somebody stole that money again.
the level of this is what I'm talking about, because this is something
Wow,
that it
it's
should be
crazy.
burnt down. The people of this area should burn this down and demand
Should,
accountability.
should be burnt down, and somebody's supposed to be going to prison. Like the
Exactly.
somebody's supposed to be going to prison, Joe.
Exactly. But this is what I'm talking about, because there's someone celebrating this. Yeah, we have at least we have a hospital, in the nearest, neighborhood and all.
Hey, lady, who's ever said, but a shack in the middle of the woods is not a hospital.
There's someone who's celebrating that, trust me, because Africans, we've not been taught better. This is why you see we grew up with the mindset of wanting to leave Africa, because the only developed countries, and we think Africa actually is not supposed to develop. If you are to
Exactly.
ask me, Africa was not supposed to develop. Of course, that is what they don't want Africa to do. And that makes us to stay in that locked mentality of this will never change for real. This is just how it's supposed to be. I'd rather go to America and look for my dream. But now it's
It,
different,
it's
you
not
know.
supposed to be that way. Exactly. It's not supposed to be that way. Like they just, like Joe's article just said what I've been saying. How's the paradox? You live in the richest continent, but you're poor. Make it make sense.
It's sad, and it's the mentality of the people again, and also the
Yeah,
leaders we have,
of
because
course.
the
Mentality,
leaders
of course.
have the leaders we have completely failed us. The leaders we have are not even doing anything to deliver the best for the people. They're more focused on, like what we were talking about yesterday, nepotism.
Of course.
Who's gonna cover for me, after I leave. This family must remain a family of legacy. We must not lose whatever they teach each other. That's why we have Samia Sulu coming in, and we have the Independent National Election Commission, which has approved Samia Sulu and her running mate, Emmanuel Nchimbi, to run in the October 29th presidential election, and on the Chama cha Mapinduzi ticket. Tanzania Electoral Body has, however, buried Luhanga Mpina, the presidential candidate of the Alliance for Change and Transparency. Remember, that's when we had Kenyans going to Tanzania when we were in
Yeah,
Tanzania
yeah.
to help out, because he was being detained. And that is because, of course, is you can hear even from
Because it's corrupt.
the political term itself, the alliance of change. They don't want change. Samia Sulu is not there to bring change. She's actually
No, she's the puppet that they put in power after Magafuli. Keep
Mhm.
control of the country.
So Betchua, of course, she's gonna run back in power. That is one thing we need to expect. She's gonna run for
Of course.
second. Is it second, or this is second term? Yeah, the second term. They want her there because she's doing what
Remember
is
this?
expected.
This
She's
this her first term as an election. Remember she just served out the term of Magafuli.
yeah,
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
died in office. So this her first election, but they just don't install
Mhm.
her ass in there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's talking about the Office of Registrar of Political Parties disqualified Mpina, citing complaints from a party member who claimed that the party has failed to comply with the nomination procedure in the primary. Of course, you must be a puppet if you're not gonna be all that. If you don't wanna side with us, you better be out of these political affairs completely. And shout out to, of course, also one of us. We have Boniface Mwangi, one of the most known activist also in Kenya. Yesterday he announced he's gonna vie for the presidential seat in 2027, which is a big red flag. And I love the fact that Kenyans were very raw about it. And like I'd say majority of our people, I can't classify the numbers, but it's evident majority of our people are so woke now politically. If you don't understand this, you're just dumb. If you understand and you still wanna be bought, you think it's all, let it just be a political
They
affair.
they they know he's a puppet. They know he knows he's a puppet. Why he's there? Why he's now? I'm gonna run for presidency. Hopefully, he's got enough people that believe he is part of the damn uprising movement when he was
Exactly.
actually not.
Exactly. So this is what he had to say yesterday.
of the Republic of Kenya.
Yeah, this some old Bobby Wine shit. So this ensures that Ruto still gets in, and they have a fake puppet. All these fake puppets run against him.
Exactly. So I think, of course, 2027 is gonna be very chaotic because this is gonna bring confusion. Because we have, of course, people do not understand what is happening right here, what we have on the screen. Because for long, this
Of
is someone
course,
who's running as a Julius Malema, as
yeah, as an activist, Joe been fighting for justice and equality in
exactly.
Kenya.
So all of us, I don't know why people didn't see
He's
it, but it was
he,
very
he,
long evident to see he was aiming for
he's
these
a
political seats.
he's a Bobby Wine character. That's how they
Because
do.
if you are a threat, like we've said, we've seen the real activists who are killed in the
You wiped
streets.
you
Real
wiped out,
activists,
Joey. You're done away with.
yeah, the real activists, Ruto said, shoot them on the leg. The real activists who are called criminals. So the real
Criminals. That's right.
activists, we were texted when we were on the ground and being told you're committing treason, and anyone found on the street by 5 p.m.,
Exactly.
shoot to kill. I remember
Exactly.
that the real activists is us, the majority. Actually, we are
Exactly.
the real activists. We are the
Yes.
real democracy. And it should take us literally for us to understand we should not be represented by none of these people because they have their own
Nope.
political agendas.
They don't have
This
their own
is
agendas. They're puppets of the white power structure.
this
That's
is
why
sad
they're
because for
there.
so long, I remember there's a time we were having an argument back and forth with Demore. Like,
Okay.
because actually, yeah, we were having a very heated argument talking about him, saying Boniface Mwangi is a puppet. He's been selling
But
pictures of uh, the 2007 election, the violence. He sold all this to white people, da 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 da. And
but
I was
but,
like, so
but
what?
the more
For
he's
me,
young, Joey, he probably wanted to believe in this guy. The more he's like an ideologist. He does. He's young, so he couldn't distinguish if this guy's a con. It takes the more a while to actually know what the hell's going on.
no, actually, he was right. He
Oh,
was
he's
right.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was right because he was
Okay.
telling me it's a puppet. He's been selling pictures of poverty
Yeah.
to white people, of how going to these places that are not
Yeah.
developed and selling these
Yeah.
pictures to white people so that they can use them.
Poverty porn.
Exactly. So it took me long to believe that, and until I understood deeper what he did with the 2007 document, because he had all the images. Most of the
Yeah.
photographers today who are in this scene, most of them, and who could bring out the truth, were silenced. Most of them missing. Of course, you can say missing. That's the simplest term. If you know, you know. And this is just a shame to those who have been long believing in him. That is what I'd say. This is a big
That's how it
example.
works. That's how it works.
Understand?
They always put see, they know what they've done to Africa has been so bad that it's always going to be eventually a scream for change. So what they're going to do, they're always going to have the puppets waiting
Mm-hmm.
to be the change that you think you're getting. And it's always just the new boss the same as the old boss type thing. So they cultivate their puppets. So you're now like, yeah, he's fighting against Rudo, yeah. And he's the puppet. you,
Like
you
Julius
got no
Malema.
clue.
I'm going to
Here's
be running for
Malena,
president
Bobby
of the
Wine.
Republic of Kenya.
Yeah, so shout out to Boniface Mwangi, and I don't know who's gonna be
See,
back in
why,
maybe.
why, why, why has he been taken to the police station like the other guy for just making a statement on Twitter who was murdered? He been making
Exactly,
statements over and over again. If he was part of the real resistance, they would have been got rid of his ass because he's got a
exactly,
big following. That lets you know he's a puppet.
mm-hmm. Exactly, and it runs actually one of the biggest estates currently. The question is, how did you get a land? If you're a rich
Wow, see.
man, you
Oh,
get
so he's got a big estate. Wow. Okay.
mm-hmm. But
Okay. Here we go.
as we continue, we have France reached has finally returned the skulls of Madagascar. That is
Yeah.
128 years after the French masquerade, and of course they do this. This is just also recently after we
Yeah.
saw them
Yeah.
returning
The French
the
massacre when they win the Madagascar. and chop the king's head off. But
Mm.
anybody, these are sad, but these are the ones bring you your civilizations. And but they got all these African kings' heads up in Europe. Madagascar, Kenya, Ethiopia, God. They think now who cuts off heads and keeps them? Except for savages. Why am I chopping your head off and keeping it?
White people, you
Exactly.
can't. I swear you can't. If you're trying to understand the psychology of a white man,
There you
man,
go.
it's too much work. I'll tell you, give up. Okay, just give up. Like, understand who they are and let that be enough for you. But you're trying to go deeper and understand their psychology. I don't think we can do that. These people, it's who they are. Like we were
Yep.
discussing on Friday. I'll keep on hinting on the point is they are a distraction. That is just also another big term of just understanding it. They're a distraction. So let that just clarify everything when it comes to their deeds. Because exactly, why would you keep someone's skull? Like, I've seen
You
like
know,
we spoke about black people.
you know what they were doing with that skull. You know what they be doing, right, Joby?
No.
They put their penis in the eye socket. They be fucking the skull, fucking the head. Ooh, ooh, got you, Evan, got you, nigga, got you.
No, that's a joke, right?
They put their heads in the eye socket, Joby. The penis.
That's a joke, right?
No, that's real. What? No. What
Yeah.
they do? They call skull effing you.
Yeah. It's crazy. You wanna have teeth, you wanna have skull, you wanna
That's
have
right. That's
this
right.
you wanna
That's
build
right.
furnitures. I mean,
That's
that's what I'm
right.
saying. Look at black people. Black people are scared of dead people, especially cops. Like
Of course.
personally,
Because you
yeah.
try, exactly. Not them. They said they're not. You got all these skulls. We think they do skulls. They do all kind of wicked shit with these skulls.
Personally, I'm not scared. I've gone to the morgue like a couple of times because of a few relatives of mine. But
I don't know.
I've
Yeah, black people. I don't know why black people are always scared of morgue.
of course
I'm not
you
scared of dead people. The dead. I'm not scared of no cemetery. The dead.
no,
Not
but
dead.
nobody wants to sit near a dead body too. That's what I'm talking about. Because is this skull you didn't just carry it without the of course it was fresh head when they
Of course, it
chopped
was fresh then. That's right. That's right. When it was chopped, it had all the skin and the eyeballs. It wasn't a complete skull. You had all the hair and the blood dripping. They put in a pack and they send it to Europe. Imagine all these heads they got. All these heads they got in Europe. But you're the savage. But you're the savage. Right?
it is insane. It is insane. Have Uganda, which recently said that they will accept the asylum seekers supposed to be sent there. Of course, same deal as Rwanda had. This is starting of
From where?
2020. We're talking about it.
Asylum seekers from where?
They didn't say specifically
Wow.
from where. Of course, I think you are also hinting this could be Palestinians. We're not really sure who these are.
But I
But
had them people, but I had them Palestinians in your country out to the South Sudan. Look, don't bring their ass there because they're racist. I don't care if they are getting murdered. I told you, they never show you the black Palestinians. Ever. Where the black Palestinians at? They getting murdered up there? Where the original Palestinians who are black? As somebody on TikTok had to finally see. Said, and one guy, white guy, Arab guy, somebody told the truth. He said, where the black Palestinians, the original people? You haven't seen them once. I haven't seen nothing about the blacks. I'm sure they all dead and stinking. You know, the ones they call Abib, as they said on a TikTok video. Abib means slave. So I haven't heard nobody in the streets of America talking about the Palestinians show nobody black because they're racist. I don't give a fuck if they are getting murdered. You ain't coming to my country because you're racist against my damn people.
mm-hmm. But yes, we have the Ugandans who are, of course, conversating about this. There is a controversial about the whole topic, and they're saying that this is a whole scheme. The whole scheme does stink, and that the
It does
Ugandans are.
stink. It does stink, but you Ugandans, you don't control nothing. 70's told what to do. He does what he's told to do because he's a moron. What else can he do? His whole family, like Joey said, oh, Ugandan government is nepotism. His whole family controls it. Like all African countries. The country's poor, hasn't developed 40 years since his ass been in power, except for him and his dumb ass family stealing the wealth of the country. There's no development in no fucking Uganda. That's why I can show, I hate to say this, let me say something. I hate to say this, as I showed Seto and Maria, I showed Uganda back in the 60s, and it was more developed than it is today. But that's when the white man had it. Ain't that sad? When the white man had Uganda, it was more developed then than it is today. But go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so someone says on that comment or under that topic, this is just sick. Africans have been denied entry in their countries, but now becoming dumping grounds for unwanted
Other people.
immigrants.
Yep.
We are not second-class humans. And someone else says the West always dumps uh, their rotten
Apples.
ones in Africa. Why does our government allow this? Of course, perpetuism.
Because your government is not yours. No African runs no African country. That's why. See, I don't know why you ain't figured it out. So why do our governments? You always say, why do my governments allow this? Why government? Because you don't control your government. These morons you call His Excellency, they don't run nothing in Africa but their goddamn mouths. That's it. That's why your government continues to do it.
And someone else says, how much did Trump pay your government for this? And someone says, Ugandans are like Zimbabweans. Their countries are rotting by the day they watch from.
You guys are like Zimbabweans.
That's what we got to understand, and we need to understand that all African countries are run the same. So you saying that Ugandans are Zimbabweans, you're giving the similarities of the same political system, exactly.
System, yeah. I said they might say Zimbabweans, and it's not Zimbabweans or Ugandans. It's Africa. You don't control your political system. That's why everybody's rich off of your resources and you're poor because you don't run or control nothing in Africa but your mouth.
Someone else says, have Africans asked themselves why there is not a single deal to bring America companies to Africa or anything concrete that will benefit the country in which it's installed? it. Only things that will devalue Africa is what they always requesting. You accept, and a few years later, they say Africa is bad for tourism and they're killing each other. A man who is not born and raised in a country and is now going to try and fight out life for himself and will always be an angry man. Okay, I didn't get that completely, but someone else says some African leaders only care about money. I mean, that is what it is.
Exactly.
That's their only focus. Growing a balloon stomach, trust me, it's a big deal. You guys don't understand. Having a balloon stomach, it's a big deal.
Yeah, but they're too stupid to realize you can make your own real money if you make manufacturing and manufacture your own resources. You wouldn't need the white man, stupid. Too stupid. No. That money you get is fake. Okay? The resources, the money is backed by your resources. So all you gotta do is be a man and grow some balls and start building manufacturing like Ibram Torre. But of course they're gonna come see you, and you Negroes are scared to die, and you're scared. Oh, CIA, and you got the CIA all in your country. You know, yes, that's right. Shout out to Dr. Mumby told the truth. You know the CIA has been in Kenya since they gave Jomo Kenyatta the presidency. Duh. you know, CIA's run around Kenya. Duh.
But yes, as you continue the main conversation of the day, before I get to share the other video you shared with me on TikTok, we have South Africa. South Africa, personally, apart from their xenophobic behaviors, not being able to handle white people and all that, something else I've noticed, and you even hear people like talking about it: sexualization of young girls. This is how you find even students are sexualized. It's so crazy, you know. And I don't know it's because of the GMOs or what, because South Africa seems to be having
It
like a
ain't it ain't the GMOs because they have a white people that control the culture, and so they're going to sexualize the women. Same way you got in America with the sexualizing of young black women here with the rap
Mhm.
and everybody's butt is out shaking and half naked, Joe.
Literally. So that actually has now made Russia target the young girls of this particular country, not just actually South Africa, but we have, I think, Kenya, Zimbabwe, a couple are mentioned. I'm going to
Of
share them.
course.
And these women are being recruited to go make drones. But they're recruiting the age from the age of 18 to 22, which is these are young girls, number one, and they're saying that accommodation is given and all that, but
Let's say
there's
I'm going where?
Russia.
Why am I going to Russia to make a drone?
Well, listen to this.
Where is the outrage for the fact that especially South African black girls are being posted online to be used to promote sex tourism in South Africa?
It is actual
What is
sex
it?
tourism. So So what they said, no, that's the white people coming down to your country. What you see in Mombasa, you see in Ghana, Gambia, on the coast, old ass white men using poor African girls for sex. So you make your women filthy. But the African man who supposedly controls these countries ain't done a goddamn thing about it. But go ahead, Joe.
Hmm.
Is young girls from UKZN who are cheerleaders dancing for varsity rugby games, you know what I mean, are now being used in content and the comments about it. And then I see women react and saying, oh, we're being sexualized, we're being this. And I'm like, but let me look at your timeline. This is you, back shots. This is you wearing your underwear. This is you showing us cleavage. This is you showing us camel toe. Where is the outrage for the fact that especially South African black girls
No. Not the
are being
South African
posted
white,
online?
not the South African white girls, South
Hmm.
African black girls. Why am I seeing your camel toe, Joey?
Point, we have to be responsible with our platforms, Mafazi. Not all money is good money. So Cyan Bougie and other influencers have been getting a lot of backlash for a campaign that they did for something called the START program in Russia. So they're recruiting young girls from the ages of 18 to 22 from a bunch of countries such as South Africa, South Sudan, Congo, Angola, etc. Right? African countries, third world countries. So they use your local influencers
So
like
they know you African women worship white men. So they're gonna get you in Russia, they're gonna slut you out. Most you gonna end up as prostitutes and beaten because they know you worship white people and the predators. And you're gonna get this work because your dumbass parents ain't taught you these are your fucking enemies. Go ahead, Joe.
To market this program, fly them to Russia and pay them to basically promote it to their millions of followers. In their promo videos, they don't really get into what actual jobs will these girls be doing. I'm assuming the brief was to focus on the benefits. Housing is guaranteed. They'll pay for your flight to Russia and you will learn how to speak Russian and you get
Imagine,
promotion.
I told you, imagine this is how dumb the African is. Russia's a poor country, you fucking morons! Russia's poor! You get that? The state of my home state is richer than fucking the whole country of Russia. California is richer than Russia. I'm not talking about Americans, I'm talking about one state. New York is richer than Russia. I'm pretty sure Florida is richer than fucking Russia as a state. It's richer than the whole fucking country. Russia is fucking poor. But not to you. You've been completely fucked up in the head. Russia's poor, dummy. So much money they giving you. Oh, but they're white and my white. I got white love. I got white. Russia is poor, stupid. You didn't know that, huh? Russia's poor. Russia got wet, West is poor. Right? Fucking crazy. Just like when Joby showed, Africans going to damn Myanmar, the computers. Myanmar's poorer than Kenya. I looked at it. So that's how badly educated you fucking are. Going to Myanmar to get a job, and then you find you getting abused. Did you know Myanmar's poorer than Kenya? No, I just see them different. That they richer than us. Because you're fucking stupid. The days of you being stupid is your own fault. I'm going to Myanmar to get a job. Myanmar's poorer than Kenya. Shit's crazy. Russia is fucking poor. But they're white. You see them as white. They're white. Daddy. They're white.
That's why we had that Kenyan lady killed, right? Myanmar. Is it there?
Remember Myanmar, when you had them Kenyans going there, they got kidnapped. Remember?
Yeah.
Killed
there.
Yeah, they got killed, but they said they were going to do computer work. They was having the slaves. They wasn't paying them, Joe. They took their passport. You did the show about 6 months ago.
Yeah,
and they went there. They didn't have no jobs. They was kidnapped. And say, hey, Myanmar's poor, stupid. So poorer than Kenya. But you look at everybody that's not black, and you think they all got money. It's fucking crazy. I'm leaving Kenya going to Myanmar to get a job. Out of your fucking mind? Myanmar. Fucking crazy.
Right? That's what they say. Now we have the highest unemployment rate in the country. There's gonna be some child who is impressionable and desperate that is going to fall for this and apply without reading the fine print. I went through their profile and I can see that they're offering employment.
The educational system the educational system by these dumbass African men who have not protect their own women. They're all fucking stupid and idiotic. They don't care. They don't tell you, hey, we're in Russia. You know Russia's poor, stupid? Do you know Russia is poor? But they're white. Do you know Russia's poor? They're just gonna use your stupid black ass. They ain't got no money to give your dumb ass. What money? When they fucking stomachs are touching their backbones up there. Money can they give you? But they're white, all white people got money. They go there and sex your ass out, rape and fuck the shit out and throw you in a ditch. Then you cry, your mama's crying, I ain't seen my daughter. I ain't seen my daughter in 2 months. Somebody tell me about my daughter. The Russians like, fuck your daughter. We don't know about your daughter. Get out of here.
Service, logistics, tiling, etc. But these are the employment fields that they're saying they're offering. Now you get paid according to what you choose to do. For example, if you are in hospitality, you're going to be paid $611, which is around 10.6 thousand. Now for someone fresh out of high school with no work experience, you're probably thinking this is a good deal. Like they're offering you free accommodation.
Shit, Russia's poorer than fucking India. You been to India? Russia's poorer than India. You understand this? Russia is poorer than fucking India. You got rats on people's heads, all kind of crazy shit. Do this for a second, Joe. Say, we're going to pull this up. Keep that on there. So what's the GDP of India right now? $3 trillion, something like that. What's the GDP of India?
3.9 trillion.
Okay, so let's see. What's the GDP of Russia? I know it's less than fucking India.
2.1.
So Russia's poorer than fucking India, which is considered poor in third world. Yeah. India is richer than Russia. You get that? And India is fucked up. So I want you to do this, Joby. What? Not the whole country of America. Go say, what's the GDP of the state of California? Let's just see what that is. What's the GDP of the state of California. I'm gonna tell you that we're richer. Illinois is richer than fucking Russia state. Chicago. But we're just gonna use California. What's the GDP of California?
4.1 trillion.
So California is richer than India and Russia. A state, not a country. The state of California is richer than Russia and goddamn India combined. Combined. The state of California is richer than India and Russia combined. And you fucking talking about going to Russia. Got your fucking mind. Russia is poor. Okay? Poor. Poor.
For your,
Shit crazy.
for your flights. A good deal, right? Oh, wrong. Because in order for you to be employed, there's a mandatory 12-month course that you need to be enrolled for. It costs $325 per month, and it will be deducted from your salary. That's a deduction of about 6,000 Rand per month for 12 months. So that's around 72,000.
And let me say this. It's more expensive to live in Kenya than it is to live in Russia. It's more expensive to live in South Africa than it is to live in Russia. Toby's apartment that she pays for in Kenya would probably be $150 cheaper in Russia. Yeah. But they're white.
You are left with around 4K, which is, should be fine because you don't have to pay for rent, right? Well, wrong. Again, because they're saying they do provide accommodation, but at preferential rates. So these kids will be left with around 1,000 Rand or less, if you're talking rands, a month. It's modern slavery, and that's what I picked up just based on looking at
it's modern slavery.
If you Google Alabuga Start or the Start program, you'll see that many trusted news sources, such as the Washington Post, as well as the Associated Press, have been investigating this program, and they found out that these girls are not going to be doing the advertised jobs. They will actually be making drones that will be launched to Ukraine. They are working up to 12-hour shifts, and their phones and messages are monitored. They are handling chemicals without proper protective gear, and is causing, skin reactions as well as illnesses. Last year, around October 2024, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Google basically took a lot of, ads down promoting this program because it violated their policies. But now they are back again. Clayton Monyela, who is a spokesperson for the department.
They don't violate the policy because these people are black. And their country and their presence are weak dick suckers. So you're gonna send your child to a poor country to make drones with highly flammable chemicals. They know your countries are weak. You're not gonna, your presidents ain't gonna say shit to Russia. And so you're gonna go there for slave labor because you're unprotected. I don't know why you African women and Africa ain't figured none of this out. You can't leave your country, go to one of these countries. You're unprotected. You're unprotected. When you go to Saudi, you go to the Arabian countries, or you go to Russia. You're not going to get paid any money. Okay? Russia's poor. So this is to get you up there because Russia's not afraid of any one of your dumbass countries or your bootlicking leaders. You're going to go up there, you're not going to make nothing, and you're going to be slave labor. And you got no way to get the fuck back to your country. Okay? They're going to have you in there making drones. Like you said, 12 hours a day, you're like, oh, can I go home now? Said, shut up. Shut your damn mouth. Shut up.
That's why I think
shut up. Go ahead.
That's why I say somehow, that's why I feel Burkina Faso and the rest of the countries collaborating with Russia. Of course, you need to give them that type of a side eye because you see how they're using our people in slavery.
Well, of course. I said that, Joe, at the end of the day, Russian people are what? What are they, Joe?
Racist.
The whites. Yeah, the white Joe. They're Europeans. The white Joe. At the end of the day, they're the same created beast we're talking about. So, of course. At the end of the day, that's who they are too.
Yeah, so
they're not your buddy, they're not your friend.
You need to be careful.
Posted this on Twitter, basically warning young people to not fall for scams like these. United Nations is calling it exactly what it is, which is, human trafficking. And last I checked, promoting knowingly or unknowingly a human trafficking syndicate.
So when they do want to do wicked shit to Africans, they can always find you a passport and a plane ticket. But when you want to do some good shit, you can't get a passport, can't get no ticket, can't do nothing. But when they want to do some wicked shit to you, passports just fall out the sky.
Very quick.
In this country was illegal. Cyan has since deleted the posts after clapping back and blocking people who expressed genuine concern. But here's my thing. You guys have millions of followers, mostly young girls who look up to you. And I would like to think that before taking on any campaign, especially if you have to travel abroad for it, you would do, your research on it at the very least. So
they're not going to do the research.
Exactly. They don't care. These people don't care. These influencers and all. Africa and because if you look at it, it's all the mentality of just money. Because even the young girls being recruited, the desperation is because they're coming from poverty and everyone wants to gain. They're
leaving poverty and they go into poverty. Don't even know it.
You look at the people who are influencing you, these are the same people who put up a fake lifestyle, yet they're scamming people to live this fake lifestyle or promoting companies and all that too.
Only thing that saved Joey, her spidey sense was tingling. Joey went to say, no.
So it's they don't care. Africans, we've become selfish, I'd say that, especially looking at which country is being talked about. They're even xenophobic to their own people. Let me say that, if it's allowed, because you don't even care, because you should be looking at this young girl as your sister, as your relative, someone you'd want them to actually praise you after looking after them, because you're trying to drag them to something better, not what you're doing. This is very wrong. I hope they have been arrested, charged with this, because yes, that is human trafficking and you're using people's desperation. That is the saddest part. Africans will use other Africans' desperation for their own benefit. It is so sad. I've seen that a couple of times. Politicians use that, the same thing. Why do you think politicians will go to the most poorest places like Kibera, carrying $1 million Kenyan shillings, telling you this money is going to be supplied amongst you, but yet they leave you there with nothing, give 1,000 bob to one person, the big Negro in the area, and then everyone is going to come throwing all types of abuses on you, telling you where's the money, thinking that you're pocket these politicians, so it's crazy, man. So we need to be very woke. We need to be very, very smart at this particular point. It's so much that has happened to us. What will it take for you to snap on your head and realize this is not working? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why wouldn't your happiness matter to you a lot? It's this crazy.
I don't know, Joe, but they see white people, they think all white people are rich, Joe. They believe the lies in Africa has been the propaganda has been so crazy. Everybody white got money and they God figure. It's crazy. You go in these places. That Miramar story was crazy to me. Miramar. Kenya decided to go to Miramar to go get a job. I'm like, what?
Cuba, talk about Cuba. We've seen
Cuba, which is poor than Kenya. God damn, this shit's crazy. This shit is crazy.
And the Cuban doctors are coming here and getting paid triple.
Getting paid triple, and then when you go to, and you got the Kenyan doctors go to Cuba, they're not getting paid nothing. You know why? Because Cuba's poor. That's why. And you're going to bring a doctor over here and pay him more than you pay your own doctor. You messed up in the head.
The end, let me share this about this last video still in South Africa. You shared with me.
We never hit you. You created the killing for the killing Palestine.
I told you that the Jays were going to come to South Africa because they control it. They try to tell people. Oppenheimers and De Beers are Jays. They've always controlled something. So they're bringing those people, flooding the western part of South Africa, And now they're trying to start an independence movement where they can take half of South Africa and try to make it a new country. See, you black people didn't realize when people told you this. You wanted to be xenophobic and love the white people. So now they flood. Why? These people are illegal aliens. Why have they been thrown out the country? Nobody gave them the right. All these millions of people that are flooding South Africa, white people. I've never seen none of you bastards go talk to the white people. You always see somebody African face calling them a damn a foreigner. You got millions of white people flooded into Western South Africa right now who are illegal aliens. They're not South Africans. And they're now saying we want independence from South Africa because you fucked around and you find it out. They're trying to still have your country away.
Better fight.
Crazy.
Okay, you said something
Better fight.
You know what? Shame on you, Zionists. I don't trust
They
you.
go now.
You are not even normal Jews. You are Zionists. I'm talking to you. Hello.
The African star, no, you're not even a real African star. No, you're not even a real Jew. That's right. That's right. But the fool's on you. They control the banking system now, so they don't care what you say. They don't care what you say.
Listen, sir. Listen. Do whatever you want it. Say whatever you want it. I'm not scared for you.
You got the racist Ukraine. You're not supposed to be scared. I'm not scared of you because they know you always been scared. Cowards. I'm not scared of you. You got the Ukrainians. You got the white Ukrainians who are racist as shit flooding into South Africa. You got the white cats with the hats flooding in South Africa who are racist as shit. And now they're saying, hey, we want our own country here. We want an independence from the rest of South Africa. And they tell the black people to get the hell out of the Western Cape, which is Western South Africa. They said we want the black people out. You can't make this up.
Zionists out of Africa. Zionists out of Africa. Okay? You're a baby killer. I can smell the baby killer. You are not welcome. Hey. You are not welcome to come Africa. Out of Africa. Yes.
Your mouth is not gonna save.
You better fight. Exactly. You better start fighting because you allowed 2 million illegal immigrants from Israel and Ukraine up in there. That's your fucked up government. You know why they've allowed it? Because that's the ones who run your country. But you ain't nobody in the streets. Why aren't these black people going to the hospital kicking these people out? Why aren't they coming to them and saying you don't belong? Are you South African? Why don't you belong in my country? I haven't seen none of those videos towards these white illegal immigrants. Not one. Not one on my TikTok feed. I've seen you going to Nigerians, Kenyans, Botswanians, Mozambicans, Congolese. I've not seen one white person. Not one.
Period. But yes, as we come to the end of today's conversation, I see Big Cheese in the building says, Keith, it's not different than how Arabs, Chinese, and East Indians are selling us fried chicken, fish, and fried okra. Oh, fried okra.
I don't eat that shit. I don't eat no. I don't go to no Indian and no China until that one day. I used to that one day I went there. I was in southern Georgia. I thought I was about to eat some of that chicken. And lucky thing, I understand some Farsi because India is close to what they call that Iranian shit, that Farsi. So I can pick up some words in their language. And I also learned some of the words in Tanzania. I knew some of the words. And I heard the motherfucker say, yeah, we got the, I can't get the whole thing, but I can piece it together. It's like I can now start piecing some Swahili together. And Joe and them say, I just be quiet. I'm going to see if they talking shit about me. But anyway, so I heard them say, these are black people. No, these are these black people. Because the guy said, hey, man, the guy was telling, I think the chicken's outdated. You know, where these are these blacks. They're still cooking feed to them, so we won't lose any money. Right? And so I tried to tell the black people they're these southern morons. I say, hey man, I was about to get some. I said and look on their face. They knew I understood them. They knew I knew exactly I understood that. I said, these motherfuckers just said this chicken is rotten. And they gonna give it to your black ass so they won't lose money. They said, get out of here. You just trying to jump in front of the line. Like, what? You just trying to jump in front of us. I said, God damn. I said, okay, I had one. I said, man, let me put this shit back. And I ain't been in that store since. I've been by, and I go by at least once a month. I ain't been in that store in years. I said, shit. I don't go no. I used to eat Chinese food all the time. I used to have it delivered to the house. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with the goddamn Indian shit because why am I giving money to people that hate my ass? So I had to get on. I know how stupid do I gotta be to keep giving money to people that hate me? So I ain't had no Chinese food in a long time, and I had no damn. You guys heard me mess with Joby. I said, Joe, that's I got my Chinese rice. I said, Joe, you got Chinese rice, Joby? You got Chinese rice? They said, no, it's not from China. It's not from Chinese people, kid.
Exactly. It's just rice called Chinese.
I know, exactly. So I haven't had no, and I don't eat Indian food no damn. I don't touch that shit. But Chinese food, I used to eat that shit all the time. I ain't gonna lie. You just take my kids to the Chinese restaurant, used to eat it. Go ahead, Joey.
Big Cheese says, I just can't figure out what's wrong with our people. Makes me feel hopeless sometimes. Shout out to John Mosquito.
It does. I get that way too. Look, I'm glad you didn't hear the conversation. Monday, I listened to it yesterday, right? That conversation had me all fucked up with Iraton and with Capri and that guy and John sitting there. I was like, wow. They're just too weak as men. They just don't. I said, I'm thinking, how can you get a Camus and a Joby and then you get motherfuckers like this? They're just, that's how I felt. I told them this morning on the morning show because it just, but they said they came back and learned later. But it's just like, man, and every time I got it right, that's why we were conquered. Yes. It's crazy. We're going to.
Byron Karibu Jomustre says, do you know Ruto is amongst the top richest president in the world, along with Kagame? Yes. I also see.
He want to top what? You want to top what president, Joby?
Top richest president in the world.
No, they're not top richest. They always give them the same amount of money. Jim Mosquito. Don't look at Uhuru, 500 million. Kagame, 500 million. Ruto, 500 million. Museveni, 500 million. Equatorial Guinea, 500 million. Tinubu, 500 million. They give these morons the same amount of money. It's crazy. You can't show me shit that Paul Kagame has made how he's worth $500 million. Nothing. No business, no industries. At least you can say Ruto's got like a chicken farm or some shit he's got. But you know he's not been worth no $500 million. That's what they get these morons. Go ahead, Joe.
We have Big Cheese saying, I'm coming to Kenya with my American accent and American dollar to dominate you ugly Kenyan women. Karibu sana. We will dominate your pockets. Karibu sana.
Joby, play that video I sent you. I sent you a video of that guy. Play that video of that guy. Look on TikTok. Look on your TikTok feed. Well, I said I knew he got rejected. Play it before we leave. I didn't know. I said this guy got rejected. That's what's going on. And then a video surfaced showing him getting rejected outside the club. Go, hey, come here. She's like, what? The girl said, nigga, I got money. I don't need your ass. See the attitude.
South Africa wants to change the name of the country to Azania. Okay.
Yeah, that was the original name before the Europeans came. Azania.
Mm-hmm. John Big Cheese says, where's the South African girl who was angry about Zulu parade making fun of Black American picking cotton at the protest? These 2 million foreigners. Don't know about that.
Exactly. It's about the picking cotton, but see, they can't give you the cotton because I told you they was enslaved in South Africa. That's the secret. The white man, and in South Africa, they were enslaved. So I said, well, hold on, during slavery time, when the white people got there, slavery was going on, and these goopy Negroes are weak and cowardly. So I didn't know the history. But I said, there's no way they wasn't enslaved. And then I go back to the history. They was enslaved in South Africa. See, we were at least taken away with war. Not in South Africa. They showed up and enslaved their ass on their own goddamn land. They enslaved these niggas on their own land. And so, don't talk about no cotton shit to us. See, their history's been hidden because white people hidden their history. Remember, they had cotton and all kind of sugar cane, all kind of shit. They had these goopy niggas doing in South Africa while they was raping their ass, had them enslaved. I had Joby show you that. I didn't even know their history, but I knew. I said, nah, they had to be enslaved. And Joby pulled it up, showed you South Africa had slavery from this time to this time. But go ahead, Joby. You find it? Yeah, that's it.
Video of an African American man who traveled to Kenya, and he said some pretty disturbing things about African women, calling them ugly, saying that they're poor, all because he was getting rejected and they weren't giving him any play. So this is going to be a two-part video, and I'm going to end on my commentary. So here's a video of him trying to talk to a Kenyan woman and then dissing her after she rejected him.
Mid.
That chick right there is not mid.
Hey, come here, yo. In the black. Come here real quick. Come. So you're not gonna come over?
She's a lady. Go ahead.
See. You see what I mean? Already. It's already playing games.
He said, see what you mean. Why would she come over to you? Who the fuck are you? Come on, Jamaica. You're ugly, unattractive, and women don't want to. I've never. Hey, come here. What? You already come at a woman wrong. Hey, you, come here. I knew he got rejected. I didn't know. I said, this guy got rejected. So, hey, you don't even know how to talk to a woman. Hey, you, come here. What the fuck do you mean? Who the fuck are you? Why aren't you supposed to come to you? Address her like that. Hey, you, come here. Hey, you, see, you're playing game. You playing game? I don't even know your ass. What the fuck are you trying to summons me over to you? Crazy. Go ahead, Jonathan.
See?
Go ahead.
This nigga, I'm leaving. You see what I'm saying?
Let me go.
Some of them are just selling their pussy. I work hard for
Yeah.
my money.
And they you already know. He said just selling their pussies. I got money, nigga. I'm not here trying to sell my pussy. I love it.
That's what she was mid. Yeah, she was mid. What are you talking about?
And he called people mid. If she was mid, you wouldn't have been calling at her. She's mid. If she was mid, you would have been like, yo, come here. If she was mid, as you claim, you wouldn't have been trying to holler at her and scream it all inappropriately. You fucking moron. Now she's mid because she don't want to be bothered with your retarded ass. So, this dude, I told you, it's always the guys that don't know how to talk to women, that never can get women, and they're always angry and upset. And that's what that manosphere shit was about years ago. What Joey was talking about with that big nose nigga from Uganda, right? O'Shea Duke Jackson, when they had that manosphere. It was always the guys that could never get women. It was always angry. hostile. And so I knew it. I said, this guy got rejected. I haven't seen nothing yet. I said, he got rejected. He's talking about paying for coochie and all kind of crazy shit. What? I said, he went to the club and they rejected his ugly ass. That's what's happening. And now he's angry. And that's why he said all this old crazy shit. And then I knew it. And then that video surfaced about him being angry. About him getting rejected. I mean, hey, come here. Hey. You're not going to act all crazy with somebody like that if you're not attracted to a moron. Oh, she's mad. No. She said you mad and she want to be bothered with your crusty ass. That's what she was saying. I'm not selling my pussy, nigga.
But yeah, as we wind up literally with today's conversation, I don't want to take the other people's time here. Let me finish up with this.
They're not gonna be on YouTube, Joe. You're not taking nobody's time. Now they doing a music show, Joe. They
use StreamYard. I don't know if they're gonna use Mevo. I don't know.
No, they don't use Mevo. None of that. All they use is TikTok. And
they have to be on the network. That is a must. I told them they always have to be on.
Yeah, but you're not on the network, are you?
I am on the network. Hello, right. We are on the TV in Africa, so please keep up. We are on the network. Can you see me? Where in Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa? Where are you watching?
I don't know you was on the network.
I'm always on the network every day because
I thought you usually be on on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube.
Rumble does not allow me to set up the show when someone else is doing the show, so I always have to be BitChute and on the net. But yes, I gotta eat lunch too. But let me wind up.
Kenyan women are ugly just because they're not feeling you. That's not the way to go about that situation. Maybe it's something internally that you have to look at inside. So even the leader of the Passport Bros, Austin Holloman, had a message for this guy denouncing him.
He says he's not. Austin said he's not the leader.
Here, I'm going to say that we will not, as a collective, especially in specific for the men, we will not tolerate any rape, beating, any disrespect towards any local Kenyan women. And any Black Americans, I will tell you that once, please, we will turn on you, and we will have legal action against you. It may be not, some of the action might not even be legal.
He then goes on an hour-long rant on YouTube, disrespecting the Kenyan women, calling them ugly and poor. Check this out.
It's too many ugly to mid women for most people to want to come here, guys. I thought.
Fuck you, bitch.
This kind of Thailand stigma way.
Such a bitch ass nigga.
I was just in the club last night, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just mind-boggling how many ugly to mid women are. I just can't believe that God just hit East Africa or Kenya.
Like, you're so ugly. That's why no one is gonna even pay you attention. Like, please, I won't even dare look even once, leave alone even twice.
It just didn't bless them with the Johns that you guys, coming from America. This is definitely a downgrade as far as the average beauty level, for sure.
Now, my final thoughts: when you travel to another country, people can sense your dark aura.
Exactly. He's so dark in the spirit. Like, please.
Yeah.
So dark in the face. I'm not gonna go against Black people, but you're so dark in the soul that no one wants to look at you. You're just dark by your presentation.
Of course. That's why that girl told him to go away. He got there, hey, come here. What? You tell a woman to come here. Exactly.
Yeah, dog. We have such type of men who call women like that. Do you see a chicken here or a goat? Who are you trying to address that way? So you're not gonna call me that. I get irritated personally by just someone saying where. If you can't address me by my name, don't call me where, which means you. Who are you calling you? Call me by my name. That really irritates me. So this is crazy. You better go learn. better go in. I don't know.
He
Go
said,
in the
they called everybody ugly. That's how you know. But see, I didn't see when Joby showed me. I already, I ain't seen this shit when Joby showed me. I said, right. I said, listen, his body language. I said I didn't see this video yet. I said he got rejected. Wherever he's at. See, this is a rejection. This is a rejected Negro, and so he's mad. He's one of He's one of these incel cats from that manosphere shit who never get women. That's why he's talking about paying for coochie. What? What the fuck is paying for coochie? So he's already all effed up. So that's what I said. I said, nah. He went to the club and the women rejected him. And now he's feeling a certain type of way because in his mind, he believes his American dollars was going to bring him women. Please. And it didn't.
Take your breadcrumbs elsewhere. Take your breadcrumbs elsewhere. I know. We have a whole lot right here, right? So we don't need breadcrumbs, please.
No,
so going to another country just to slut out the women,
exactly,
that's to bring a dark aura that people can read. People can understand that this person isn't here to create long-lasting bonds and friendships and here to do business with us in a positive, influential way. The Kenyan women and the African women are some of the most beautiful women in the world. But the thing is, it's not
exactly.
Women that's
I don't know what you're talking about.
Culture. It's the
African women are gorgeous. I don't know. I'm like, exactly. African women are gorgeous. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. From Nigeria I've seen some of the most beautiful women in the world in Africa. Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa. I'm like, what's this nigga talking about? He got rejected.
It's the ugly one, you know. It's the ugly one. When you see someone being, should I say, projected, they are being projected something
he's projecting
in themselves. So you know, he's not a good-looking person. He doesn't attract no one. He thinks
but Big Cheese is right. He got Joby emotion right now. Nigga, you think you talking to nigga?
Those are the type men I have time for, because I'm gonna abuse you. Like, those are the type I stand on the road to start having a stupid argument with, like that dumb Nigerian. Nigerian, you know, like, please. If you're ugly, you're ugly. Nobody wants you. That's it. You can't have a big nose. You can't have a dark aura and still want you. Please, fix yourself. Fix your pocket.
I don't know. O'Shea Duke Jackson said he's doing good in Uganda. His money helped him a little bit over there.
Yeah, you better fix his pocket or fix his face. You can't have both troubles. Like, please. You better fix it. Like, please. But anyway, much love, family. This is
much love, family. We be all late on the night, guys.
Yes.
My damn voice is going out. Shit.
It better come back.
I know. I got to fix my voice for the weekend shows. The Big Cheese calling, talking his shit.
You better find some lemon tea there at the Popeye store.
I ain't been no Popeyes, yo, so you can't throw me under the bus. I think it's been like 3 weeks. I ain't been to Popeyes in like 3 weeks.
Family, see you guys later tonight on the Africa Today show. He's been saving his money for a whole year to go to Kenya and to be rejected. I know, that's the
exactly.
You save money to come here, then you get rejected. Like, duh, please. And I knew when I seen that video days ago, Joby will react it. He made me mad. You know, just looking at him should make you furious. Like, please don't talk to me. Please. See you guys later on.